are there occasions when an event of such magnitude occurs on the world stage that it's permissible to encroach on or breach certain principles of academic freedom? So let me give you practical examples. The first practical example is, in academic life, if you're hired to teach math, you can't use your classroom as a soapbox to talk about Palestine. You can be very upset by what's happening there. You can feel like a genocide is occurring. How can I now be talking about algebra? And on the other hand, that's what you were hired to teach, mathematics. You weren't hired to teach about Palestine. That's not part of your professional obligation. Do you have the right to say what we said in the 1960s? One of the famous slogans during the anti-war, in this case the anti-Vietnam War movement, was the slogan, "No business as usual." The United States was carrying on an extermination in Vietnam. By the end, about 3 million Vietnamese were killed, and another million Cambodians and Laotians were killed. And it was our opinion, or the opinion of many people, which I'm sure you remember, the slogan, "No business as usual." And so a question arises. Do you have the right to breach that principle of academic professionalism by turning the classroom into what we used to call a teach-in to talk about what's happening? I would just say my own vivid recollection, and there are many instances of it. First of all, I remember when I was in high school, there were days when the school agreed to suspend business as usual, and English class and history class was given over to just talking about the war in Vietnam. That was one breach of it. Another was what were called teach-ins, where students would get together to inform themselves just about the war in Vietnam. And I think personally, that's a very tough question, whether you're allowed or should be allowed to change or alter your purpose for being in the classroom